ABC News senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky is with me now. So, Aaron, we just learned that the Deputy Police Chief Cavelli told ABC, and I'm looking at the notes here, the rifle that the suspect used was not modified, meaning it would not have fired as an automatic. So what's the significance of this? Well,
it just means what it says. It was not modified to mimic automatic weapon fire, which could have done even more damage. But for all intents and purposes, thank goodness it wasn't. He did enough damage with the
I was just going to say, when you see that poor little 2-year-old boy who now is an orphan, you just think, okay, yeah, it could have been worse, though, to your point. Deputy Police Chief saying that the suspect had an affinity towards the number 4 and 7, and therefore the inverse, 7-4. So is that a reference to the date? How does this change the investigation?
It may help explain why the attack was carried out on July 4th, but police aren't sure of what the significance is, whether it may symbolize some kind of ideological belief, or whether it may have something more to do with his music. 4-7 has been assigned to neo-fascist ideology, because if you smush the numbers together, it could represent the Nazi flag, a swastika, but it could also be associated with a rap group out of Brooklyn called Pro Era, which got in trouble for using the symbol because of its association with the Nazi flag. Here, police just haven't said how it might factor into the investigation. He was obsessed with numbers, if you look at some of his social media posts, and there was an awful lot of internet subculture that he appears to be trying to tie himself to.
Which does bring us to the mental health struggles that we are learning more and more about. So 2019, right, there was this police report that he was hoarding a stash of knives, which was taken from the house, as I understand it. So how is it that he was legally able to buy a gun?
There was no law in Illinois that would have stopped him. In April of 2019, police were called to the family home because they said he had attempted suicide. 5 months later, he apparently threatened to kill everyone in his house, and police at the time did confiscate more than a dozen knives, a dagger, even a sword. Those items...
This seems pretty alarming, though.
Well, it was alarming enough that police were called, but not so that they actually made an arrest. And without an arrest, there really is not a good mechanism in our system to ultimately flag someone. He passed a number of background checks when he applied for a firearm in order to get his firearm owner ID card, a prerequisite in Illinois, because he was under 21. His own father, presumably someone he had previously threatened, had to sign off.
We had the former police chief of San Bernardino telling us, listen, every single state is different, and in some states the bar for a so-called red flag is so very high, which I guess this point proves.
Well, in order to get flagged, it would have taken an act by his family in order to apply for a judge's sign-off to either confiscate existing weapons or prevent him from buying new ones. In this case, his family did not even want to press charges in the 2019 episode where he seems to have threatened them. And his own father signed off, as I say, on his application for a gun owner's ID. So there was nothing in a state with a robust firearms law that prevented him from buying weapons. The Illinois State Police said at the time of his application, there was nothing to make them consider him a clear and present danger.
Aaron, thank you so much. Aaron Katersky with us there.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.